It's a pleasure to meet you again.
You too.
First of all, I need to thank you, one, for bringing my childhood onto the screen with things like a young Kurt Russell, Michael Knight, Pac-Man.
Oh, yeah.
I got to ask you this, because I'm a huge Troma fan, and if the 1996 version of you at Troma got wind of what you're doing 20 years later, how would he react?
I always get into trouble with these questions, but because I don't know what to say exactly, but I always wanted to make this type of movies.
Sure.
So I think I would be happy that I'm doing what I'm doing, but I think that was always what I was looking to do.
Sure.
So it would be a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, I was in actually at the convention when they announced they were doing this. I don't think you were attached, if I remember right, when they first announced it.
No, I wasn't.
And
I
so,
was not.
and there was two reactions that I always remember hearing. There was cheers from us geeks who knew about it.
Yeah.
And then kind of, I'd almost say, slight confusion. And they're like, "What is the Guardians of the Galaxy?"
Yes.
Why do you think people attach themselves to this franchise so well?
I think that in a way, this is the first MCU franchise that's first and foremost a cinematic franchise.
Mm-hmm.
I think that people have gotten to know these characters through the movies more so than from cartoons or comic books or whatever.
Sure.
And in that way, we've had a lot more freedom. I also think this is truly the franchise that's about outcasts for outcasts.
Yeah.
And I think most of us feel like that in the world. And there's been something that they've had a real emotional pull on people, not only in the United States, but everywhere.
Sure.
And that's been the best thing about making these movies.
As a director, what's probably the single most difficult challenge when doing a sequel? To not repeat yourself, or that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that a lot of sequels fall into the trap of just sort of saying, "Oh, in the last scene, last movie, we had our dance-off scene, so now we need our version of the dance-off scene. And the last scene we had, We Are Groot, so we need our version of We Are Groot."
Gotcha.
And I think it's really just about letting the characters progress and change and become different people than they were in the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other thing. A lot of sequels, it's just characters stay the same from movie to movie.
Yeah.
It's my commitment that the characters in Guardians don't stay the same. They change.
Yeah.
Rocket is a different character than he was in the first movie.
Absolutely.
Star-Lord is a much different character. Nebula is a way different character. So you get to know these characters, they get to develop, and as we go on into the third one, they'll get to change even more. I think that makes it much more enjoyable for the audience.
Speaking of back to my childhood and other characters that are in this, you have Kurt Russell, who I think is a legend.
Yep.
And also Sylvester Stallone.
Yep.
Did you have any inkling to do a Tango and Cash reunion on set?
I didn't realize I was making a Tango and Cash reunion until somebody on set said, "Hey, you're making a Tango and Cash reunion." I'm like, okay, I guess. I barely remember Tango and Cash, to be completely honest with you. I saw it in the theater.
Yeah.
But I can't remember it.
What is your process when selecting the songs? Because the songs in both films are amazing.
Well, I have a list of like maybe 500 songs that are Guardians-like songs.
Yeah.
And when I'm going through the script, if I feel there's a need for a song in a scene, I'll go through that list and I'll write it into the screenplay. Sometimes the song I need isn't on that list and I'll have to go searching for something new. But basically, I do it very organically. They're all baked into the structure of the story, like ingredients in a cake.
Yeah. If you could name one song right now for Volume 3, could you name one?
No. I could name one, but I can't do it.
Can't do it.
Yeah.
Going back to Kurt Russell, again, he's one of my childhood heroes. I've been asking everybody, what is your favorite Kurt Russell movie from back in the day?
Well, I have two answers. I love The Thing is my favorite Kurt Russell film, but as a kid, I was a huge fan of Escape from New York. Like, I pretended to be Snake Plissken all the time.
Yeah.
And that movie was really exciting to me. I snuck into the theater. I was way too young to see it, but I loved it. Yeah.
And then my last question is, and I think it tells a lot about a person, what is your go-to karaoke song?
Rock and Roll All Night by Kiss.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Perfect. Absolute pleasure.